Hey, 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 my little sparkling watching stars outside there in the universe, and welcome back to this beautiful channel here. So for you today, a quick news update about one more or less bigger event what took place a few days before in Japan. I think it was spread also all over the world in the news. It was about the biggest typhoon since 6 years what hit so far Japan. So I want to take you from the preparation from Japan for this typhoon to my experience time while the typhoon was hitting Tokyo, because I'm living right now in Tokyo, and then afterwards the results after this typhoon. So let's get started. Typhoon Hagibis, how it's called, or better, we don't give typhoon names in Japan, so we count them. So it was Typhoon 19 this year, but I pretend to go with Hagibis with names, and Hagibis for you means fast, like this news should be. So Typhoon Hagibis was announced to hit the even south coast of Japan on the October 11th, and it's the evening time around this. So what done Japan for the preparation? I was really excited because they was pretty good prepared for this one. I think they learned from the history, because 1958 there was the typhoon Kanagawa what hit Japan and took about 1,200 lives, and this time it was pretty good prepared. So first of all, news, government, all the media told us we should prepare at least for 3 days water, food, and we should be prepared that maybe electricity and water stop running, and also we should stay inside for sure. Okay, so what happened exactly? I was going on Friday to supermarket and to convenience store and to a bigger store to get some stuff, but I hadn't really luck for this, because all the stuff was sold out. Normally it is like stuff with all the stuff, and they're prepared also for a lot of customers to come and buy stuff, but this time it was apocalyptic because everything was sold out. So I had a little bit more luck because Tokyo was hit by the typhoon at Saturday, so I had 1 day more to prepare. So I hadn't so much luck on Friday the 11th, so I tried on Saturday 12th. They told us in the news that some of the convenience store, the bigger market are closed, the lines get closed, all the public transportation get closed, but some of the convenience store should be available till noontime, and that was also the part where I get a water and at least something to eat to prepare myself for this typhoon. So I was lucky in this time, and yeah, the transportation system was also, the main one was also running till the noontime. So that was how it looked like in Tokyo. And yeah, the announcement when the typhoon should hit Tokyo was around 19 o'clock, so also in the late time of Saturday. And yeah, we get also some news from the southern part of Japan, where the typhoon already went through and there was already destruction. So what happened? I was prepared at the evening time. I stayed home and I was like, okay, let's go watch some YouTube movies, some YouTube videos, and try to stay safe. And what happened? At around 18 o'clock the house started shaking, and it wasn't the typhoon how I was thinking it is. No, we got also an earthquake in this time. So we got two things what happened, an earthquake and a typhoon running at the same time. The earthquake had a strong about 5.7, and yeah, it was pretty crazy, but actually when I looked outside around 19 o'clock when the typhoon should hit Tokyo or should be directly over Tokyo, nothing was there actually. So we experienced not really a typhoon in Tokyo. It got slowed down while traveling upwards to Japan. So we got a windy, stormy weather, but not really, from my experience, a typhoon. Because typhoon is for me more like weather where you go outside and you have to lean against the wind to kind of, you know, don't fall over or something like this. But I went also outside at around 20 o'clock and there was only a little bit wind, but nothing else. So we kind of was lucky in Tokyo. A little bit of the surroundings was a little bit unlucky because they get a little bit more windy weather, but we was in the center of Tokyo pretty lucky. So what are the after results of this typhoon? So I have a video for short for you when I was 2 days after the big typhoon, directly in the center and also around Japan, trying to look for some damage. Look on your own.
Hey, welcome guys, welcome back, and I'm right now in front of the Shibuya crossing, and yeah, so actually it's about 2 days now when the typhoon number 19 hits Japan, and yeah, it really hits Japan, but only the south of Japan. A lot of news said that Tokyo was also hit by it, or like everything of Japan is completely destroyed, but that's not true. So it was there. It was a kind of a stormy weather with a little bit of rain, but it wasn't really a typhoon. Like, I couldn't say it was a typhoon. I stayed in Tabata. It's like more or less to the center of like Tokyo directly. It's in the northern region, and I thought it was only a little bit stormy, but not really that much. So actually what happened after it in the region of Tokyo, nothing really happens. That's what I got here, like from the news, what I saw, like it was sad that everything is completely destroyed, completely destruction. It's not really that true. So actually what happened afterward, everything started completely normally. I found like the towns in Tokyo, especially a little bit outside, to look if I could find some destroyed places, some destroyed areas where maybe the typhoon impact harder than directly in the center of Tokyo, but I found nothing, completely nothing. So that's about it. The typhoon in Tokyo, it wasn't really a typhoon, it was a stormy weather in the southern region. It was maybe more a typhoon than here. So guys, enjoy it, see you later.
So, how you get already from this video, Tokyo survived the typhoon pretty well. The surroundings was a little bit destroyed, but not from the typhoon itself, from the wind. No, it was more destroyed by the flooding, by the after results from the typhoon, because the river go over and flooded. And also a city called Hakone get about 1,000 liters per square meter in this time. You know how much this is? This is about amount for some cities for a year. That is amazing. So yeah, we had a lot of issues with flooding, for especially Tamagawa River. So that started to flood the surrounding buildings, surrounding city parts, and also Nakano was also flooded by the surrounding river. So that is it for it all. We got lucky in Tokyo, in the center. The surroundings got a little bit flooding, a little bit problems, a little bit issues. Not so good for some houses because they got also destroyed. But I think the most important thing is that we are safe. We kind of survived it. There are now around 56 dead people, 50 missing, and 200 injured. I think that number is still bad, but better than this number from 1958, where we got about around 1,200 dead people. So that's for it. That's the news. I hope you enjoyed it, and we see us next time. Bye.